Hello everyone! Today's video is going to be on virtual anchor charts. Before we get started though, I wanted to say thank you for all of you who have subscribed. We have over 1,000 subscribers, which is really awesome. I'm glad I'm able to help some of you through inspiration in my tutorials. I'm going to continue to make videos as long as I can. So before we get started on how I made the anchor charts and how to edit them, I'm going to show you how I'm using them. And if you saw my video, Virtual Daily Slides and Open House Tour, you saw an in-depth video on how my daily slides are set up. Students are able to click on this virtual poster that's on the wall, and there are different buttons. I have a button for anchor charts that is linked to a completely separate Google slide presentation, and they have different subjects that you can click on. And each subject is going to have anchor charts that students can further click on to have a bigger picture. So that is how they are linked into my daily slides. So now let's go over how to edit and how I set this up. The first thing I did is I found Border online, and I used my phone, an app called Magic Eraser, to remove the background. I personally like that app. It's my favorite remove background app. It's very simple, and I just email it to myself and put it on my Google Slides. I then used shapes to create these buttons and then added the text box. Each text box and each shape is linked to the correct slide for that subject. So for math, it's slide 2, so both of those are linked to slide 2. To make the anchor charts in the Google Slides, I took the ones that I used last year. Last year I switched to mini anchor charts. I found it easier to keep them all on display and grab them when I need them and for the students to go back to. So I used my Notes app on my iPhone and scanned in the documents. I made them one PDF. I just kept scanning them and changed them into one PDF. And then I took screenshots and put them into the Google slide. To make them smaller to fit in here, I literally just copied and pasted the anchor charts and then resized them to fit into these boxes. Once they're in the box, you can click on it and link it to the correct slide where the bigger version is. So my perimeter anchor chart, the bigger version is on slide 15, so I linked it. So all students have to do is click on it and it takes them to that anchor chart. It's just like the app in the way you just link pictures and icons and text box to each other within the slide. So it's set up the same way. I went ahead and hid all the slides that have the anchor charts on them, the full-size anchor charts, because I don't want my students to be able to just go through all of them. They don't have to because we have these virtual bulletin boards which will display them. And they can find the one they need and they can click on it. To put this into my daily slides, I did the same thing we did for our apps. I took the link, I went to a Google Doc, I pasted the link. I'm going to make it bigger so you can see. You're going to want to erase everything from the last slash and type in preview $RM equals minimal, and this forces it into preview mode because we do not need our students editing it. They are just to click on the anchor chart they need and look at it, so they do not need to edit it. I went to my daily slides. You click on the button or whatever you want it linked to, and then you're going to link in that URL, and that forces it into preview mode so they can just click on the anchor charts they need. I think that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple to make. I am going to link this below for you to have it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I did put a home button on each slide so they're able to go back to the main slide number 1 when they need to. The next video I'm working on is color schemes and how to make Google Slides kind of more visually pleasing. I know there's limited things you can do on Google Slides, but I show you how to convert it from PowerPoint and little tips and tricks, and that is the next video I am working on. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.